Hi everyone. So the Large Hadron Collider is going to be turned back on in March. A new synthetic form of a polio vaccination is being searched for, and a satellite up in space is trying to search for snails. This is your weekly science news with me, the UKAstroNut. So the Large Hadron Collider is going to be turned back on in March. It's only a month away, so it's getting really close. So it's taken some downtime and they've just been upgrading it and make it a lot more energetic. And they hope with this more energy they're going to be able to find more and more new particles as they smash other particles together. And one of the ones they're trying to look for are particles to do with supersymmetry. And this is the idea that all particles have a symmetric type of particle. And hopefully the Large Hadron Collider think they'll be able to hopefully discover some of these sort of symmetry particles by the end of the summer, which would be really incredible if they do. And they think that if these symmetry particles do exist, the Large Hadron Collider is now energetic enough to be able to find them, which would be really interesting. They also think that hopefully this might be able to sort of give some more information into dark matter and other really interesting particle physics as well. So it's definitely something to really keep an eye out for. So scientists are trying to make a new synthetic form of the polio vaccination. So polio is a disease that used to affect hundreds and thousands of people, but now it only affects a few hundred people per year, and many of these people are in Pakistan, so it's really good. We've really combated it. And currently the way we vaccinate is we get a really weak form of the disease polio, and we inject it into people. Actually we give it orally, so we give like a little droplet of the polio, and when it goes inside their body, our bodies create all the antibodies to fight against it. This is really good because when they have the antibodies, if we ever do get polio itself, we have all the antibodies ready, so they're really ready to fight and go. The problem is that by giving this really weak form of polio, sometimes it can, when it's given to people, can go through their system, and then it can go into like the water supply and things like this, and then this can actually spread to people who haven't been vaccinated against polio. So this is actually really bad because these people can obviously have a lot more problems from it, and it can be really life-threatening and really bad disease. So scientists hope that they can create a synthetic form of this. It'll be a sort of a chemical version of the vaccine, and hopefully this will be used and it won't have all the bad side effects of giving other people polio, but it will still be able to cure the world of a really bad disease. So scientists are mapping snails from space using satellites, and this sounds completely crazy. But actually what they're trying to do is they're trying to look for certain snails, and these snails have certain larvae of a worm in them, and these worms can actually carry a disease that's not life-threatening, but it can be really bad for humans. And so scientists are trying to find where a lot of these snails are so they can work out the really dangerous areas where these snails potentially are going to be. Now they're not obviously trying to look for individual snails, our satellites aren't quite that good to be able to do it. What they're trying to look is if there's certain conditions where the snails live. So these might be certain very moist areas or areas of bog and areas like this. And when they find that these really boggy areas where snails may be, and also places where there's high human population, then they decide that these are really dangerous areas. And so they can alert medical teams who can keep closer eye on these areas. And this technique isn't actually new. It's been used on a lot of other diseases before, like Lyme disease and lots of other ones as well. And so it's really useful that scientists can use satellites to look for these potentially dangerous areas where these diseases and things can catch, and we can have a really early response against them. So thank you very much, that was your weekly science news. I hope you found it interesting and nice widespread of different types of news this week. Don't forget you can like the video and subscribe to my channel, which would be really good. Thank you very much. Otherwise leave some comments at the bottom of the video. If you have any questions or you have any points to make on the news, why not? Otherwise thanks for watching, and I will see you guys all soon. Most of us learn to use the toilet by the time we're 3 and we've mastered it by 5. But we have it really easy down here on Earth. Gravity helps move things along, we have water to flush everything away, we have massive sites to get rid of all the waste and clean the water before sending it all back out.